Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Terra Tech. We're gonna kind of load back into our old game here. Okay, we are in the game. I want to introduce you to the accumulation of approximately a week's worth of effort and work. It's still not completed, but I know some people don't like it when I don't show builds, especially when I'm trying to build some kind of a big project like this. But there's a couple of reasons I personally don't show builds that I'm building, at least in this game. First reason is at nighttime, when the lights come on, my frame rate drops if I am crafting anything in the crafter here, and I mean anything. As soon as I order, say, a piece of pipe and hit craft, my frame rate will drop to like 2 or 3 FPS. I can't build when a good portion of my night is waiting for stuff to craft at 2 FPS. Because this only crafts 1 or 2 items at a time, I can only do so much. Second, as I'm building on this thing, for example, I am constantly scrolling and moving, and that gets nauseating for me when I see that. And I can only imagine what it would be like for somebody watching a video. But yeah, there's that. And then there is the actual placement of a block. Now, of course, it doesn't matter what block I take, it's going to work perfectly this time because I'm demonstrating something. But let's say, for example, I wanted to place this particular bumper in a particular configuration on this platform. I would usually end up sitting here pounding the keys for hours. Now, this isn't a good example. If I was to say take something bigger, I could end up doing this for ages, especially if it's something that has like an orientation and I want it to orient it in a particular manner, because it will slide through every possible conceivable thing except for the one that I want. And again, that's something you don't want to see at 5 FPS or 6 FPS when it's nighttime. Like it is nighttime now, and you can see my frame rate has dropped from 20 to 10. So I mean, I've already lost half. But let me show you what it is I'm trying to build. Essentially, I'm trying to build a flying, and I'm using the term loosely, flying base or factory system. Now, it has weapons. It has machine guns. It has missiles. It has cruise missiles. It has little laser beams underneath that shoot out. It's fairly well defended against most small and medium-sized attackers. I mean, I'm shooting 8 cruise missiles and 4 homing missiles at it just with the missile shot alone. So when I do that, it's got a lot of stuff coming at it. Now, of course, it's going to be 4 and 4, but if I got it on, say, an angle or something, I might be able to get 4 or 6 shots at it at a time. Now, the problem I'm having is it's supposed to be flying. Okay, now, as you can see, it does have hover pads on it, which gives me a little bit of altitude.
I've got an anti-gravity booster in the middle here, which kind of helps a little bit. But when I hit the lifters, it doesn't lift. In fact, it's lifting very, very little. Now, I'm not sure if maybe if I switch that configuration off of this over to a car, if that would make a difference. But I don't think so. I think one way or the other, I'm having issues with the lifting. It can't quite do it. Now, on a flat and level terrain, this is okay. But as you can tell, the terrain is not flat or level. In fact, flat and level is the main reason I'm trying to build this, because I want it to be able to move. Now it needs thrusters. It currently has large thrusters or large drives in each of the directions. It has 2 large drives in every single direction. Of course, I can't get enough movement in this little cubby hole to show them, but they are there, and they do move it around a little bit, but not nearly enough. So I'm going to need to add more drives to it. I still need to put some thrusters on it so that it has some boost. I need to put a lot more propeller engines to lift it. So it's got a long ways to go. But hopefully, if I get it working, if I get that part working, we can be on our way. Now, the other problem I was running into, and I did a test on this yesterday, was, as you can see, it has the portable. Here, we'll go back into build mode here so I can actually see it. It has the portable SCUs in here, the little storage component units. These are good, but the range on them is substantially lower than a normal one, so I've had to plaster this with those storage units, and they don't pick up very well. The other problem is, and I don't know why this was doing this to me, but I can't pick up resources from these resource trays. Now, it'll probably do it now because I'm telling it, but if I have resources sitting in this tray, these rings are covering these trays, and these rings should suck these resources out of here right now. And they're not doing it, and I can't figure out what the problem is with this, because I've never had this problem before where I have the same grid attached to 2 things and it won't pick from one to the other. And as far as I know, these collector platforms cannot be removed from with a conveyor. So the whole idea of this thing was, there's a series of portable combustion generators, whatever you call them here, these furnace generators. I've got a series of them. This is set to only take the Fibron wood chunks. So this should grab wood chunks that come up this conveyor. Grab, thank you. Wood chunks that come up this conveyor and pull them into this platform and then push them into one of these chargers. I can't really say that it's working the way it's supposed to. I'm not too impressed with it right now. I've probably got a lot of bug testing and fixing to do to get it to work. I have a ton of batteries on here, and it's drawing through power faster than I can. Without being in combat, it's still drawing through power faster than I'm producing it at night. So there's that. So if it's not docked, it doesn't recharge. So I've got to anchor the tech and it will dock. Now the funny thing is when I try to anchor the tech, it's got the go. It's got the wireless connectors, the whatever you call them, the energy connectors that go to the ground, so that works. But I mean, it still drifts around a little bit. So there's a lot. I mean, a lot that needs to be done on this. The other problem is, of course, is, well, a game that I have been waiting for about 4 or 5 years to come out with survival mode is coming out with survival mode tomorrow. As of the time of this recording, Scrap Mechanic is only a few hours away from releasing the survival mode. I've been waiting about 5 years for that. I haven't played any Scrap Mechanic because I don't play a lot of creative build games. I mean, I get very bored building in games. That's why I don't build. A big part of the reason I don't do a lot of builds in games. I will be more than happy to use stock builds, standard builds, somebody else's builds, purchased builds, whatever builds, because quite honestly, I usually get too frustrated with them after a few hours and give up. That's why this is taking me as long as it has. Total build time probably only about 8 to 10 hours, but I can't work on it for more than 2 or 3 hours at a time without just getting so irritated and frustrated, particularly with the rotations of building, that I give up on it. I have to quit. So that being said, it means this project is going to continue to be shelved a little bit longer, but I do want you to know that I am still playing this game, and I have not totally given up on trying to build something useful. It also means I'm going to have to tootle around in the tank just a little bit longer. Okay, long chat over. I have a couple of missions that I have been itching to get into that are just races and drives and stuff. For the most part, building and... Oh, you're going to be stuck, aren't you? Frick. For the most part, the building and combat in this game gets fairly dry after this point. I really, like, honestly, I'd love to play this with multiplayer, but from what I'm understanding from people on the chat, this game has kind of gone to the wayside, if you will. It's died up. People aren't playing it nearly as much as they used to when it first came out, that kind of thing, which is sad because, I mean, it is actually a very good and fun game. It is also fairly old, but that's okay. We're going to pack up this. So, what are you shooting at? Seriously. Did you just blow up my storage unit? I'd be really miffed if you just blew up my storage unit. I don't really need to carry that storage unit with me anymore because I do have one on the back of the tank here, a little one of these portables, which will kind of pick up stuff. The magnet's still needed because it's stronger, but hey, whatever. So we're gonna head over and do this half barrel pipe here. I'm already hearing stuff attacking me every time I move. Go away. Is that something that was behind me there too? Or is that just resources? Okay, that's just resources. Let's pick up some of this debris. We're trying to get over to that jump over there, but you know how it goes. As you can see, this does pick up as the magnet sucks stuff in. This does draw stuff into the storage unit, which is nice. As you can see, the drawing power of the ground-mounted one is substantially more than the portable ones for these storage devices. This ground one is picking stuff up way over here, while the storage one can barely pull stuff off the magnet. So that makes the portable ones handy for just picking up small bits and pieces as you kind of cruise along, but useless for actually doing anything. Okay, so how am I supposed to do this? It's not even in the ground. What the heck? I'm not even going to be able to get on this ramp, let alone up this ramp. Oh, watch, it'll be some time trial one or something stupid like that, right? I don't think the tank's got the gumption to do it. I don't know. Come on. There we go. Over the top. You can do it. I ran out of time. Are you kidding me? You have to get up this ramp and slalom through this course. I mean, it's not a far course, but you have to do so under a timer. I'm gonna say probably not, no. Just because of the positioning of the track, like it's not even in the ground. It's not even attached to the ground. I'm gonna say I can't do this one just because of the positioning of that track, because there's no way I can see that this is gonna actually happen at all very well. But we can try. We'll give it a shot. So what we'll do is we will place, okay, and then we'll take one of our old racers. And we'll see if we can deploy this right there. Swap to that racer. Oh, come on, baby. Huh. Yeah. I ran out of time. No kidding. You don't say. I can't even get off of this track. Okay. I'm going to say this one's just not doable. It might be doable if I was to play around with this tech a little bit. I don't know. Having to completely reset yourself every time you go off the end is going to be a pain in the butt. Having to use the build beam to actually get on the track. Yeah, I can't really see very well either. Wondering if making the cart wider would help? Maybe switching to a different... because this is very stable. It doesn't turn very well. So I don't need... Yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't turn very well, so... But it's small. Doesn't tip very good. How did I run? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How can you run out of time on such a short track? I got 3 seconds. Is that what you're saying to me? Is I got less than 3 seconds to do this track? No kidding, I went out of bounds. Boy, you're astute. I can't drive. Switch to a nearby tech. Yeah. Okay, this one, I'm going to say this one is just not doable. It's not even close to doable. We're just going to cancel this mission. Yeah, it says I'm too close to the mission area. Well, that's easy enough to fix. I'm going to move away from this mission area, and I'm just going to delete this one. It's not a doable mission. Less than 3 seconds to run the race of this track, go through 4 hoops. When you have to use the build menu to actually get onto the track and up the hill. Okay, and you shot me. Are you the one that shot me, or was it somebody else who shot me? Either way, you're dead. There you go. You're dead. Go away. Alright, let's go check out this loop-de-loop one here. If we can get through these trees. If we can get through these trees. And we're going to get rid of this other one. I'm not sure I'm going to even bother trying to do that one. Unless it shows up on a flat terrain or something else, because the timer is just way too short. So this broken pipe solemn is going to go away. Yes, cancel that mission. And take the track away. There we go. Yes, I know you've got hostiles. I'm not interested in that mission. I'm going to go do this guy. The good thing I don't have to pay for ammunition. Okay, this one looks like it's fairly straightforward. Just drive up and around in a circle. I might need to use the keyboard for this one. Just gonna put this down right there. Put him on guard. So it looks like I might be scrap building an entire mech here. From scratch. Yes. The Blade Titan Tech Tire. I need length. I need speed. I don't need length. I need speed and I need width. I should just go like that. And then I have a feeling I might need thrust. Alright, let's just see what this does for us here. Build. Alright, now this is wide, it's low. And what we're going to do is we're going to try this track backwards. Alright, try this again. Okay, believe it or not, that actually worked on the test run. So what we'll do is we'll line up on the track here, if we can do so without getting killed. Nothing fancy, nothing weird, just straight on. Give her hell. Yay, we did it. Actually, wasn't that too difficult, that one. It was just build a car. Basically, all I did is I made a car with some very light body, fast wheels, low clearance, and we just went straight at it. So what we'll do is we'll just drop a picker up thing here. I'd like to say that that one over there is definitely worth the time and energy it's going to take to do, but honestly it isn't. So yeah, that slalom course one is just not going to happen. So we've got a quick little combat one, destroy a tech group, so we're going to just recharge our batteries and we're going to head over there and do that. Okay, there we go. We finally recharged our batteries. Let's go see if we can take this pile of garbage over and shoot some stuff. Okay, here's our objective, of course, is to kill a whole bunch of big ugly things. See if we can get our weapons to target any of them, but out of range for targeting. There we go. Whoops, he's dead. I'm guessing this is my objective here. Oh, they're cute little guys. Trying to shoot a whack of little ants with a shotgun here. Just hold on there, dude. I'm trying to get up this hill to you. Dude. You. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. That's it. You come up here so I don't have to go down there and get you, will you? That'd be awesome. Thank you. As I said, combat in this game isn't exactly at the point anymore where it's really abundantly difficult. It does get kind of dry. You just basically repair your tank a little bit, run around and blow up everything, and then do the same all over again. Oops. Oh yeah, let's get sent sideways. That was fun. Okay, that's gonna kind of do it for today, kids. Hope you're enjoying Terra Tec, and hopefully you will join me on Scrap Mechanic. I am going to continue this, but I am going to do like I have with a few other things. I'm going to reduce it down to just one episode a week. Maybe a little bit more later on if things change, but more than likely just one episode a week for a little while, and we'll see what happens. If the game doesn't really offer much else beyond what it currently offers, I might just let it go after a while altogether and see what kind of things happen down the road. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna go back to my little base thing, and I'm going to try my hand at working out some of the bugs with the flying hover base thing, and see if I can figure out why it won't pick up resources and why it won't actually lift itself off the ground when I have should be more than enough thrust. But hey, no big deal. So thanks for watching, and good night for now.